Facebook said go live. Hey guys, the struggle of trying to host Facebook live sessions, excuse me, is having to be caught in between ensuring that you are on par or you are just load shedding schedule and so that you don't end up not keeping to your promises that you always make, And so that's just generally the struggle. What's going on? I'm supposed to have my guest joining us in a few seconds from now. And let me not be rude and start off by greeting you guys tonight. And once again, one of the things that I've struggled with previously is the issue of volume. So if I can be, whoever has joined, if they can just let me know if I'm audible enough, that will suffice. First of all, we have done Facebook Live interviews for quite a while now. I think it's about 2 or 3 years. And just personally, I used my Facebook account to build my portfolio as an aspirant journalist because I realized that in media, I do love journalism, We don't know how far this is going to take us. And we do know days where it's not pretty, it's not cute, we cry and we pick ourselves up and procrastinate on some days, etc., etc. And so to have a Facebook live session like the one we are about to have tonight, it really is okay. It really is reassuring and also very affirming because here we are. Think about it. On a daily basis, we get the opportunity to choose to go on or to stop. And my guest tonight entreats me to never give up. I just watched her live from afar, and from the day that I watched her, the day I bumped into a Facebook post where she was like, "Oh, I've come up with this. Oh, there's a drop-in center, wara wara in Seychelles Zone 6." I was like, this is where I'm going. I want to go here and see for myself if this is a reality. And upon arrival, everything was exactly and even way better than what I had assumed it would be or would look like. And so that background of the story, the person behind it or the character behind it, and my reality or the path I am taking and what it brings on a daily basis has really beckoned me to not stop and has challenged me to start thinking differently about what unemployment is, about what a career is, what career aspiration is, when we say one aspires to be, what exactly are we talking about? I'm tired of going on here. I'm trying to see if my guest could join us, and then so that we can so long just start. Every time when the screen turns this way, I get so excited. Hi, Sandy.
Hi, Vanessa.
How are you?
Very hot. It's This weather is weathering. Yes, this weather is weathering, and I am tired of it. Give me winter any day. Give me winter any damn day. I'm there.
I think, given my experience here, the winter that we've been experiencing of lately, I don't mind. I don't mind hot days, but
Yeah.
even though I feel like it could do better,
Yeah,
temperature.
it could. I'm sorry. Let me just adjust my light a bit because I feel like
Yeah. There we go. Alrighty. Yes. Maybe try to bring the phone down.
okay.
Yes, Nantoge. We can see
Okay.
you. We can see Miss Blue. That's way much better. Hey man, if I could exchange or ask for an exchange yes season on one condition. So like it's hot in the morning and then cold in the evening.
Oh,
Then yeah. Yeah.
we could do that. And that we could do.
Yeah.
I would
But
compromise.
you know what? We are not here to talk about the weather.
Definitely not. That's a boring subject.
I've been, I've been wanting to host an interview with you.
Okay.
Especially through Facebook Live interviews. Because, hey, Phuti, you're an incredible person.
Oh wow.
You're literally, yes, you're literally changing, or rather, you're shape shifting the township Seychelles. We know Seychelles to be quite a lively place in the evenings, especially on weekends.
Yeah.
But hardly hear anything that backs up the intelligence that is in our community. And so to have somebody who's at work trying to pave that way or trying to make sure that there is a lane for children who aspire to be in the academic space. I think you are doing it. I mean, if there's a better word than saying incredible, you are that. But for now, we're gonna say incredible. How are you?
I'm great.
Yeah.
However, I could be better. But we just have to accept what we have right now and forward we go.
Sure. How was your day?
My day was fairly relaxed. I went to see my grandbaby. I was at the center in the morning, and then around 11, around 10, 11, I went to see my grandbaby. I spent time with him. I love spending time with that little one. He is so gorgeous. Yeah. So yeah, my day was fairly relaxed. Yeah.
You know what? People are not gonna believe you when you say that you have a grandbaby. Oh, what is this?
Oh my God.
It's too early for you to believe.
I do have a grandbaby. My first grandchild. I do. My daughter gave birth last year.
Yes, I
November.
do.
Yes. So yeah, man, I'm enjoying Glenwood.
Grandmas of today, they don't want to be called grandmas. I'm sure you've taught the baby to call you Glammy.
Soon he will know that, because my grand nieces and nephews, they call me Boo. So we can forgive that.
Okay.
And it is so cute when they call me Boo. But My grandbaby has to call me Glenn.
So that they're different.
The grandpa is on some, I'm Peppy. I'm not grandpa. I am not Raholo. I am Peppy. So he is Peppy, I am Glammy, and everyone is happy. See how that's
Are these titles inspired by anything you are reading from a book, or is it a movie? What's going on?
I've always told my kids that when they finally decide to have kids, no one's gonna call me Kuku.
You are in the How old are you? Is it fine if I ask you that question? Because apparently you never ask a woman their age. But in this case,
I love telling people that I am 43. I'm turning 44 this year. Yes. I'm 43 currently, turning 44 in April on the 4th.
Sure, man. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so going back, I'll come back to the age thing. It's actually me to a question I have for you. Relating to the main questions of the day. Going back to a typical day, yeah, Miss Blue, Phuti Moseri. Yes. How would you describe a typical day in your life?
It's not as crazy as one would think my life is. Wake up in the morning, make sure the kids are bathed, ready for school, prepare the lunches, and then take care of home, make breakfast for hubby, then go. If he's home, make breakfast for him, then I head to the center. And then I get to the center, I clean up, and I don't know, like whatever I find that needs my attention in the center, I get it done, and then wait for the kids to come back from school. And they come to the center, they do their homework, they read, they write, we dance, Yeah, if there's food, we dish up for them. If there's snacks, we give them. So my days are never the same. It's not like a routine. My days are never the same.
Sure. And why is this the case? Do you have other commitments to? I know you're a grandmother, but do you have other commitments that are perhaps I told you my condition there. Have you gotten my point? Okay, do you have other commitments besides running the center?
Besides running the center, I used to have a job, which I recently left, just to focus on the center on a full-time basis, so that because we are in the process of launching a daycare within the center. So I used to have a job that used to keep me busy from 6:30 till 2:30, and it took a lot of my time away from the center. You understand? So a lot of things. You see your English contagious thing. It's affecting me now. So a lot of things fell back, and we just started
needed
to pick it up now, because that job it was okay, because the struggles of life, but it took away a lot. it took away a lot from me and from the center and from my home, because I was not happy with the job. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
I was not happy. Like, there would be moments where when the alarm rings in the morning, like, I would literally have tears in my eyes because I was going where I was not happy. You understand? That's how much I did not like my job. And it was toxic. It was a toxic space. I don't want to lie. It was a toxic space. I've never worked with people like the ones that I was working with. So yeah, there was this just one person who was just making my life. You know,
we're gonna cut it at that. We're gonna cut it at that.
I'm glad I'm out of that space. Trust that. And don't
So in
that.
summary, you are happy
Yes.
that you are now focused full time at the center.
Yes.
And this center is the center of attraction in the conversation. Ms. Phuti, tell us a bit about the center, how you came about the concept of having the center, what it is, what happens at the center, etc. And I see someone here says 44 Blackstone crack. Yeah. Yes, yellow people.
Black don't crack unless you do crack. Okay. Yeah. About the center, how it came about. Then, so I was running, like, in 2021. We were just coming out of slowly coming out of COVID. They were relaxing some regulations, you understand, but the kids were still not going to school on a full-time basis because of social distance thingy. So a lot of kids on my street, they were just gallivanting around, you understand? And I remember I was just sitting in my garage watching them going up and down, you know, and I was like, what can I do, Mara, to get these kids in one place so that they don't have to be all over the streets? So what I did, I approached the parents, my neighbors, and I was like, I'm starting a reading club. Can your daughter join? I started with one book because my own kids, they were at my mom's. So I didn't start with them. They were at my mother's house in Blood River. So I started with Shompo and was it Dineo? Yeah. Shompo and Dineo, they were the first two kids to come to the reading club. They were the first two kids to come to the reading club, and we had one book, which was my son. So yeah, they started to read. Their reading improved because they were not very good, but the more we read, because I would meet them every day, the more they read and I read with them, they started to enjoy reading. And then when they go to school, they would tell people, other kids, that, you know what, there is this place next to our home. Can you come? Before I knew it, there were like 20 kids in my garage. There were 20 kids in my garage, and we started having other activities because, you know, kids get bored easy. We started having other activities. We started writing, we started dancing, we started acting. And occasionally I would feed them. We would host sessions where we would have a girl session or we would have a boy session, but we had more girl sessions than we did boys because
unfair.
Oh God. Yes, some would say that. Some would say that. So yeah, we had those sessions, and I remember this one time we had a garden as the kids of the reading club. We had a garden, and we we were we were planting at the time, and then something just said, you know what, take a peek behind. And I remember I was standing on there was like some pallets. So I stood on the pallets and I looked over, and I saw this property is just sitting there. It is just
So this is you
sitting
looking
there. Yeah.
To be clear, you're looking over your fence.
Mm-hmm.
Behind your fence, that's where you identify your property.
Yes, I identified the property, and one of the things that I said to myself was, I want to find out more about this property. And then I asked my husband about it, and he was telling me that they used to manufacture coffins in that property because there's a funeral parlor just the other side of the building. So I was like, okay, no, why don't you go and see the owner? And I remember I was so scared because as much as I'm loud, you see how I talk, but when it matters, sometimes, when it matters, sometimes it just goes dark.
When it's serious, suddenly you're no longer talking.
Yeah. So I went to the funeral parlor and I found the receptionist. I asked her, can I speak to the owner? And then she asked me like, for what? And I'm like, I saw the property next door, and what I saw, I loved, and I would like to find out more about it. I want to, I'm a mom, right? I'm a mom. There is that voice. There is that little mom voice that doesn't stop. So just a second. I know this is so unprofessional. If I don't attend to it, it's gonna invade the whole thing. Just a second. I'm gonna mute myself.
So yeah, this is actually interesting. I like interviews like this because they're real. She's attending to her child now, and so I guess it's a serious commitment. But technically, what happened, I remember when she was telling me the story. So just to give a little bit of background, also, Seshego is a township in Polokwaneka in the Limpopo province. One of the things that as I'm doing my work on research about the kind of content that, especially when I was still on radio, the kind of content that I wanted to bring to the attention of people had me on my feet every day. I had to go around doing research. If I look at a property and I want to talk to the owner of the property, I would have to do research. And so a lot of buildings, whether it be a family house, it be business property in Seshego, a lot of them are abandoned. And so, Sis Phuti, just if you could just give me one more second to wrap it up. And so it's a common thing for us to walk past an abandoned building. But I think it's a rare case to find somebody who says, I can convert that or I can turn that into a space that could benefit our community. So, yeah, you want us to resume where we left it off, or should we continue?
I'm sorry about that. You know, being a mom to little is amazing. Yo.
No need to apologize, sis. This is the platform.
I am too old to have a 6-year-old.
Yeah. I heard that toddlers are a different breed, and I must agree.
Little is on another level. I think that's why everything is named after him, because he's on another level of himself. Like, you could be on a call and you would literally keep on saying, and then
it's on
until it gets.
Listen, it's on you that you named him Letaro because it means glory. And so glory brings attention. He's an attention seeker.
Yeah.
Man, that was nice. I guess we had our deserved break. Says Phuti, to come back to what we are talking about. The center, it now accommodating children who you identified or they needed a place where they can come and do their homework.
Yeah.
You started a reading club together with the children and the garden as well, right?
Yes.
Where is this all coming from? Where is Hyman? Because you could have literally just said, I don't know, the kids are on the streets, let me teach them sports. Or let me do fundraising activities with them where we call people to come and donate clothes to them and you leave it at that. But what is with this building a model, that adds value to the children while it also improves itself on a daily? Where did this come from?
I was inspired by two women. Mahatla, she runs a reading club called Ponelo Bill, and Martha, she runs a reading club called Men's Reading Paradise. So you see, these women, I love them so much. One day I will have an opportunity to tell them. I've been in the same circle as they are, but one day I wish to have a sit down like this and tell them how much they inspired me. Because I didn't just want to do anything with these kids. I wanted to do something with them that is going to build them. And like Nali Bali's slogan says, kids who read can go anywhere. You understand? So I identified with the slogan of Nali Bali and the work that Mahata and Mata are doing. So they inspired me to establish a reading club. And other things, they just fell into place, because you identify these kids' strong points, strong attributes when you are with them. Like, oh, this one talks too much. Maybe she can do poetry, and you groom them in that. This one acts a lot. So maybe if you gave her a scene, she can excel in that. And that's how things, they just gelled. And when I approached Levo Mavuta I was surprised that you guys don't know each other.
Know each other. You should start paying me rent.
You understand? So I was just so man. It was just crazy. So when
And
I approached him,
yeah,
I approached him a couple of times. You understand? Like I was persistent. I remember the time he said to me, I went to him. In fact, I called him and I said, it was on a Wednesday. And I said, Butlev, I was not I was not asking for a follow-up meeting. I just asked him, can we clean up? And he
can
was
we
just
start?
like, hey, what's up? A persistent Barawen.
Yeah.
If anything bites you, don't come to me. I know nothing.
Oh
That
man.
place was disastrous. It was health hazard. It was but
Can you attach photos? So what I'm gonna ask you to do is to attach photos of that place before and then after. Do you have such?
they are somewhere on Facebook. Like here, I don't know. This is my first live. I don't know how these things are happening. So I don't know how to put
Any
a picture.
listen, you're gonna do it after the live. So once we are done with the live, we can do it in the comment section.
Oh, okay. After the live,
yeah, just
then
drop the photo.
Okay, no problem. I will do that. That place was horrific. It was scary, like it is now. Outside, I hate taking breaks because when you take a break, a lot of things fall through the cracks. And for me, that yard fell through the cracks. Like it just grew, like somebody just came with grass and just put it
Planted it there.
It's like yay high now, and it's clearing. And I'm not hiring any boys anymore. And that break-in broke me because it is. We got some info that the last guys that I actually hired to clean up, they are part of the people that I'm not going to mention names because it's still an ongoing
so they are
case.
part of the us.
So but then the information that we got, it was positive, and so yeah, that break-in broke me, and I'm not hiring boys. There's a construction going on next to the center. We spoke to the CLO. She came to see the center, and they offered to clean for us when the machinery eases within the project. So they will squeeze us in between because she loved the center and the concept of the center, like you did. I'm yet to meet somebody who comes to the center and doesn't fall in love with the work that we do.
Who wouldn't? Honestly, who wouldn't? Just put you away. You are rushing my script. You are rushing. Hold your horses like that. Just put you away. And there are so many things that I want to ask. You are mentioning the cleaning of the area, doing work with children. Who are you doing this with? Are you doing it with anybody? Is there like a group of people that you're doing this with? And I want it to be a short. When I do this, I want a short answer.
I am
All by
I
yourself.
am a one-woman band with my husband as an occasional drama. You know, I remember when you
Okay,
came
get
to the
it.
center, when you first visited us, what was I doing?
Yes. What were you doing? You were welcoming guests. You were making sure that the kids are fed. You were making sure that the program is being run. I remember. Let me tell you. Let me paint
That
a
was
picture.
your second time. That was your second time. I'm talking about the first time when you dropped off the clothes. What was I doing? I was cleaning outside. Who was I
Yes, you were
with?
wearing. You were wearing the
Yes.
water boots. And
And I was doing that all by myself. Because you know what? This thing, it hurts because you're helping kids. You would assume that their parents or their sisters and uncles would want to be actively involved. But the sad part about the community that I'm in, uh, they would support you um, by just when they see you. Ah, it's blue. Ah, why not? Ah, why not? Ish. Oh,
you're doing.
when yeah, okay.
You're up there with Mother Teresa.
You understand? But you ask
Yeah.
them, can you come? Can you come and do something with the kids? What skill do you have that you can impart on these kids? We've had
Yeah.
people come to the center and start something and then abandon the kids. That's why I don't like to invite people who wanna bring programs for kids. You understand? Because kids are very vulnerable.
Sure.
If you say you're gonna do this, they expect you to do that and more. So
And
if they
deliver.
see you come to the center um, every Thursday. They look forward
Yeah.
to Thursday if you're doing something that they love. They
Uh,
look forward.
so Thursdays have a different meaning.
Mhm. So when you abandon them without even telling me that I know Miss Blue, I'm not gonna be able to come through anymore because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You understand? So yeah,
Yeah.
I do most of the work.
Okay.
I
Okay.
am I am
So
the CEO. I am the financial manager, the marketing manager. I'm Bunolo. I am all of the. I'm the cleaner. I'm the cook. Okay, the cook part. My husband cooks often for the kids, and then when we do have events, I've got one mother who is like she doesn't miss. If she doesn't have
uh,
plans, Mama Amo, she's there. She's there. She will come in the morning and we will start working in the morning. Whatever needs peeling, we will peel and we will cook for the kids. We will just there. That's how
sure.
wonderful she is, that woman. So, and we started a project. We started a project. That's how I'm going to tell you with the lack of participation of people in our community in the center. I, I started an initiative where I invited unemployed women. I don't know if you still remember that. To come to the center so that we can establish a program, a project where we would be able to feed our kids. You know,
Sure.
something that's gonna put food on the table. I think it was 4 women who showed up, and
And what with those four?
hello, are we still
I can
long?
still I can still hear you clearly. I'm not quite sure what's going on with your connection on your side,
I
but
don't
so
know.
far on my side, I'm good.
On
You're
my,
back.
can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
But the video is gone.
Really?
The video, she is gone. I can't see you anymore.
What's going on? That's a challenge that I'm having, but I'm gonna try and call her back in. We have to be very patient because of the area that we come from has got many challenges, and I wouldn't be surprised that we also have network challenges. I mean, it doesn't. It's not as yes. There we go. Let's try again.
Yes. Technology is technology.
It says Phuti. I guess in you answering the question, also highlighting some of the challenges that you are having at the center, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is number one, that there isn't, you do not have a reliable pool of people that assist at the center in such a way that you could go for a week and it would be up and running, right?
Mm-hmm.
Number two is that, in my understanding, the excitement that comes with allowing people to come and run programs at your center, only for them to not show up or stick to their word, or to a point where you are wary of having such programs continuously unless you are actively involved in them. And you are also talking about the challenge of having parent participation that is satisfactory, in a sense that, for example, when you have to clean the center, for those who are unemployed, if they could lend a hand, spend the day, building this, I guess, this safe haven for children.
Yes.
If we couldn't, if we were to entreat people and just tell them about some of the things that we find at Letabo Drop-In Center, because I mean, after identifying that property and now hosting children, you assist them with their homeworks. I understand that. Check. You have a reading club that solely focuses on reading and writing activities for children.
Yes.
No, is there a specific age group there?
We have kids who are from 6 years old who are interested, who are like starting to learn how to read from 6. I see with my son. Because he's interested in reading now. You understand? So from 6 grade 1s, and then the foundation phase ones, like the ones in the preschool, they just come there to play basically, and we need more toys. So if anyone out there is listening, toys. So and it should be educational toys. So from the reading part, it's from
I'm having
6 upwards.
Okay, from 6 up until whatever age that is interested. Okay, and so they have reading and writing activities.
Yes.
And then I understand that you also do acting, you do poetry, which I've seen. By the way, I've seen your children acting for us. My name is the confidence band. A confident society if we can build or invest in building the confidence of our future leaders, I think that's something, you know.
Yeah.
What else are we doing at the center? We host seminars
Yes.
for children.
For teens, yes. So for teenagers.
The seminar recently you did one with FNB, the financial literacy
Yeah,
seminar.
financial management seminar with FNB. So it was they were teaching kids about understanding their money and growing their money. So it's a year-long program. So she is coming back to follow up and check
Again.
on the task that she gave the kids, and then there's gonna be more and more and more and more until end of the year, where they come and present what they learned through the program.
I had to mention her because I've seen that it's not the first time she's doing this kind of a seminar with the children at the center. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Perfect. So that means there's already that expectation.
Yeah.
And the delivery as well.
She did in 20, she started with us in 2022. That was her first time. Yes. She started with us in 2022, and then we did 2023, and then now we are doing a year-long program, because she would just come and teach them about money, and then you understand. So now she said, I want to finish this module with these kids. We start them with this, which is understanding their money and growing their money, because she gives them a class, and then they you know, my network is all over the place. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. You know what, ne? You just worry, but you are audible. You just worry, but you are audible, and you are there. Well, what am I saying? Am I misleading the crowd? No, I am not. Yeah, you will just excuse us, guys. Also, there's a bit of a challenge as with our with our communication via digital platform, given the network quality in our area. I'm in zone 3, she's down there in zone 6. And Limpopo, Polokwane is not necessarily good network connectivity, but we tried. You guys got the gist of what's happening at the Little Drop-In Center. Recently, they had another big challenge to their center, which is that a group of people, or I don't know if it's a group of people, but people broke into the center and they tampered with their wiring, the electrical wiring for the center. They stole clothes and shoes, and also some items that people who donate to the center, they leave them there. One of the things upon arrival at the center that caught my attention was that as you walked in, there was a shelf that had toiletries there. So like your sanitary towels, it doesn't matter, there's no discrimination. And I asked Sis Phuti, okay, what is this? And she said to me, we keep this here because of the dynamics, or rather the demographics of our community. So anyone who wants to benefit from our toiletry bank, they can just come and get whatever it is that they need. So the center, it really does wonders for a community such as the one that I come from, that is characterized by youth unemployment, high crime rates, and just low morale, really. you know, it really does a great deal in restoring that human dignity part, and also just making sure or investing in the future of our country, which is engaging in educational activities and even encouraging or fostering the culture of teaching and learning. So people who have things to teach, skills to transfer, they are offered the opportunity to actually go there and deliver. So if you want to be a part of Sis Phuti's story, or if you want to be a part of her entrepreneurship or in entrepreneurial activity or journey, it would be nice to partner and collaborate with a, or rather collaborate either to sustain the model for its educational activities or sustain the model for the community development activities that are there. Development, we're talking so many things. And so the standard of living, the quality of living of people, if they can know that I don't have to be ashamed to go to a toiletry bank and pick up a pack of sanitary towels, or if my kid, I can't afford school shoes, I can quickly go and benefit from the center. But at the same time, we're trying to also get the community to work together with her, because this is exactly what you do with your life. You give it purpose, you give it meaning by taking action, and that's exactly what Sis Phuti has done. I'm gonna try and get her back again, but just in case we go off on a tangent one more time. I just want to say and state that one of the big revelations I discovered that day was that she had never worked like a formal job, you know. In fact, she's been getting like, contractual jobs here and there, but not entirely where she would say, I got this offer, this kind of an offer. She's never really gotten into that. And that's the struggle of being entrepreneurial in nature, because entrepreneurship can be a talent, and you may wonder why you do not stick to a job and just pursue it, or that you don't find one at all. Uh, so the reason why I think I bring her to the spotlight is because, apart from the fact that she struggled to find a job, it's not just that she focused on. It's also what she could do, what she could offer to her community while trying to pursue her career. And here she is, not knowing or unbeknownst, she has crafted a career of her own, which is being a community development leader. She is experienced in the community leadership. And that's my guest, ladies and gentlemen. I could go the whole night just talking about Sis Phuti and the work that she does. I'm gonna try and get her back. I mean, if I don't find her, we're gonna have to wrap it up. I'm happy that we were able to get her to talk to us. It wasn't an easy one towards the end, but I should be happy. I should convey the message to say that I'm grateful that you guys took your time to listen up to her story and listen to her as she speaks. For those of you who may want to get in touch with her, she is Miss Blue. Phuti is there in the comment section. Just get in touch with her, and let's grow our communities, really. Let's stick to our words, at least. Oprah Winfrey always says, put your honor where your mouth is. I think that's what she says. I don't know. Somebody confirm with her office for me. Okay, this is how I know I've been going on for a while now. What do? Do I wrap it up, or do you guys want to? Do you guys want to say anything before I wrap it up? Up and now, I can be professional, but I can also be like a little bit hyped up. Are we catching up? Are we taking questions in the comment section, or should I just wrap it up? I am waiting for you. I wish I was playing music. Okay, but the people at Meta would fight me, eh? They'd be like, oh no, you don't have rights to share the music. Let me quickly check. Ugh. No, okay. You know what? We were not winning the network challenge, but I'm just happy that part of the story you've had it, and at least you know a little bit about Sis Phuti. You know that she has started Letaola Drop-In Center in Seshego. It's down there in Zone 6, right here in the township of Seshego. It's a really nice place. I went there, and in fact, when I am not working, I sometimes it's just that, you know, when you're not working, you sometimes don't have enough money to sponsor your trips. But it's one of the places that I like going to. Like, I like going there because there's children there. You get to see children discovering their potential. I mean, the day I went, I was so impressed because children are showing, showing up as leaders. The other one organizes that they go inside and they write their homeworks. The other one reads for them without the help of anybody, any adult supervising them. It really is a cool, it really is a cool concept, really. And this is a strong message to us people who are busy maneuvering our career paths to say, if you are unemployed in South Africa and you see challenges or you see problems, you see identify problems, it's good to take action. You don't have to start an NPO. You don't have to start a company. But yeah, man, go to the nearby school, volunteer if you have to, or go to centers like Letaola Rena. You are transferring a skill, you're sharing your talent, you are putting yourself out there, you are vouching for yourself before anybody else does. And I think that's what we should do. If anything, my biggest message is showing up. Show up for your talent because, hey, or at least we didn't come with anything here in this world, you know. We came the way we were when we were born, but we were clothed with talent. And so you will never know what your talent is until you walk into a room where you have to challenge yourself and knock on that door of creativity in your head. And really, it does come in handy. Let's go ahead and celebrate Miss Blue. She is hosting, I know of an upcoming, what do I call it? Fundraiser. They're trying to reinforce safety and security at the center by building a door, what's this, there's a poster, I will attach it. They're trying to build a door. They're trying to they're trying to raise funds to keep the place running with its main activities. And another thing, if you guys have books at your homes that you're not using, you can always contact Ms. Blue and donate to her center. They come in handy. The children, when I first visited the center, they were reading the same book over and over again. So they were really tired of the same storyline. and they were starting to, like, their attendance was going down because, you know they're going to do the Lion King. I'm just giving an example. Yeah, so if they can get books as well for teenagers, for primary school going children, it would help a great deal. And if you are there, let me also say to the PGCE and B.Ed job seeking people, places like Letaolarana Drop-In Center is actually a good space for you to practice standing in front of children. Because I worked in a school environment and I know there were incidents where you find a teacher dreading to stand in front of school children because they lack confidence. So, I mean, these are the kind of ideas that boil in my head the whole time, or every day when I'm thinking. I'm thinking in this manner. So, welcome to my mind. But we have to close it. And let me also say, because I think this is the last of its kind. Otherwise, I'm hosting 2 more live interviews. But this time around, I'll be hosting artists. So people who are in the art space, I'll be talking to them. So it's the last time I'm doing a sit down with someone, and they just talk to us about what they do or what they, their life, whatever. And so I wanted to say that thanks, guys. It's not easy to watch a person on Facebook. Sometimes I look at people going live and I'm like, you must be a brave one. So thank you to people who, for the last 2 to 3 years, have been logging in, tuning in, and joining my Facebook Live interviews. You guys you don't know, but you became a part of my experiment room as I was working on becoming a media, whatever. I don't know but as I was pursuing my passion for media. And so big shout out to that. Also big shout out to the people that have allowed me to interview them over the years. Some of them, I watched the interviews and I'm like, that's a very terrible interview. But thanks for the patience. Thanks for the love and support. You are not going to see Facebook Live interviews anymore unless, of course, I am sponsored by a brand or I am hosting for brands or companies or radio stations. But otherwise, nope, I'm not showing up for work anymore. It's been nice. It's been wonderful. I love you and I appreciate all of you. May you have a fantastic weekend. And yeah, because you guys don't want to catch up, we're gonna have to come to the end of this live. I see you again when I reveal the names of the 2 artists that I'm hosting in the coming weeks. And for tonight, thank you. Good night.